Okay. Yes, I am fully live on a lot of platforms right now. Welcome to the recipe of life by Cooking with Chef Frank 42. Welcome everybody. Okay, today's topic. Pretty much the way of life, right? The recipe of life. Here, let me give y'all my definition, the recipe of life of my podcast, pretty much. So pretty much the recipe of life is pretty much is controlling what we could control in our life. More things that we could control in our life. The steps that we take. God wake us up, we are blessed for that. God is good all the time. So, at the end of the day, it's just like the proper process that we need without getting angered or upset or disappointed about moving forward. We all got to move forward. We all got to get old. How many times you see somebody, right? How many times you see an old person, right? An elderly person. Let me put it like that. Like an elderly person. Hey, young man, back in my time, I did this, I did that. You know, those conversations like that, that's a part of the recipe of life. You know, when we learn when we learn certain things from about our parents or what they did, what they sacrificed, make sure we had the Jordans on our feet, to make sure we had a roof over our head, make sure our mothers could cook big portion meals and portion control. That's how it was in my life. That's how it was in the days of me growing up. But now we older. So we are the image of our parents. At the same time, they gave us an opportunity, a time, discipline, and that discipline always kept us away from having a record or having, when we walk in the room, everybody want to talk to you, or when you walk in the room, nobody don't want to talk to you. It just we keep our head high, chest high, and walk in that door and make sure we take care of our business. Because especially when we go to work. Know what I mean? That's that coffee right there. That's that good coffee. Okay. So, like, you know, anything that we going through, leave it outside your workplace. Because if you leave your problems outside your workplace for 8.5 hours to 9.5 hours to a 10-hour swing shift to a 12-hour swing shift, you don't got to deal with those problems. Because in these job places, we're going to have our job place problems anyways. Know what I mean? And that's the crazy thing about that. But it's for our mind to categorize what we need to do to live a better life, right? Better savings, money management. Money management is always important because, excuse me, money management is always important because the things that we want and the things that we need, we need to survive. So your wants should not really be effective throughout the whole 365. We need to survive. We need to put food in our stomach. We need to put a roof over our head. And more we do our needs, yes, we're going to get to our wants. But then again, that's when after you put in the hard work. When you put that hard work in, before you know that hard work going to turn into that blissful work. That blissful work going to turn into revenue. You're going to sit back and relax and feel real comfortable about yourself. You know what I mean? Just like that. But at the end of the day, we didn't take upon ourselves. We are human. I hope he is. So, what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's like we are human. We need to do everything and categorize our life and what we want out of life. You know, like being lazy in life, that ain't being lazy. Being lazy and taking shortcuts and that don't, like, that bullshit don't get you nowhere besides behind. For prime example, I got a story for you. This is a life, this is a life story right here for you. Let me go back. This was 2015. 2015. That's when I started working double jobs. 2015 when I started working double jobs, right? I think I was working at I was working at Olive Garden as a dishwasher, you know, a closing dishwasher, you know, and I was working at Buffalo Wild Wings when Buffalo Wild Wings was on Military Road in Niagara Falls. I was a porter, a greeter and stuff like that, but they never had me greet nobody, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I think I would have been a great greeter because I work at the Culinary Institute right now as a teacher assistant in the restaurant, the Savor restaurant. You know, y'all gotta try it. If you in Niagara Falls in West New York, you gotta try the restaurant because it's amazing. It's so amazing to a point when you see these young kids or these students learning from these chefs, and we executing everything what they pretty much teaching us. And before you know it, you know, they got some things in that building that will benefit you the long ways. You know, you could be a content chef like I am, you know, but then again, at the same as that time, it's just like, hold on. You know, being a content chef is fun, you know. Let me tell you all this. It get kind of costly sometimes too. Because the portion cuts that I want to show y'all, portion cuts, I know none of y'all ain't gonna buy none of these portion cuts. That's $75 a portion cut. Yeah, I mean, $65, $54, no tomahawk steaks. Never know what type of seasoning you buying the stuff in. Hold on, coffee break. You know, so now behind it, you know, like I was going back through my list of videos that I did over a year ago in my old house, in my old kitchen. It's hard for me to watch those videos because, you know, I was in the house from the age 12. We moved in the house at the age 12 to the age 12 to the age 37 when I moved out, right? So, you know, I mean, I seen that street turn from, how can I put this? I've seen that street turn from comfortable to uncomfortable over so many years. But I mean, it just like at the end of the day, we need to take it upon ourselves to keep grinding and keep grinding. Because at the same time, we could sit here and sit on our phone and scroll. We want this, we want this, we want to do that, we want to do that. You could do that. Every morning we wake up, brush our teeth, look in that mirror, tell yourself this: we going to win today. We going to win. When I say we going to win big. We going to put that work ethic in for our 24 hours, for our 365. When you put that work ethic in for that 365, you're going to be 10 times better than when you first started. When you first thought about it, you will look back a year and be like, oh shoot, I see all of my old cooking videos. You know, so now at the end of the day, you got to put that work in. Then when you look back, don't stay back in thought too long because you still got to move forward. When you move forward, you understand, you showing everybody, I am accessible to work with. I am goal orientated. I will get to that bag in any means necessary because it takes time. It takes time. When I say it takes time, a lot of things going to happen in our life. Parents going to pass, aunties going to pass, uncles going to pass. You know, closer you is to your family, the closer you is to your family, you're going to take it harder. So you got to rise above it. You know, you could ask anybody how to get out of it. They're going to tell you all the wrong answer, the shortcut. God going to tell you the long way. Take the long way, you know. So at the end of the day, I mean, the recipe of life to me, of keep my head high, keep moving forward and getting it done with no excuses. The ones who make more excuses in our lifetime, we need to understand something here. More you speak of your excuses, as long as your feet could move from A to Z, you okay. You know? at the end of the day, the lesson y'all could take from me today is don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams, your journey, your pride, and your success. There's a lot of people may not like you in this world. A lot of people may not like you in your city. I don't really care, because at the end of the day, ever since 2013, I've been doing what I got to do and how I got to do it, because at the same time, every day you walk out into the stores, you walk outside your doors. A coach told me this. Every day you walk outside your doors, never know who you're going to bump into. You could bump into a millionaire. You could bump into a business owner. You could bump into a manager of a department that might have a liking of you or what you do and what you bring to the table. You know, it's all about moving forward. Is like moving forward in life is all about what you bring to the table as knowledge. A lot of people asked me recently, was like, yo, why you go back to school? You ain't cooking in no 5-star restaurant. The reason is I'm trying to build my own. Everything I took from culinary school, every time they taught me something new, I sold dinners every weekend. When I say I sold dinners from my old house every weekend, all the new teachings they taught me, I'm like, let me prepare now. Let me prepare now what they teaching me. If I make the proper revenue now every weekend, then I tell the chef every Monday, thank you for telling me about the cooking method. Thank you for showing me how to whisk that pot, because your hand in that whisk is the most powerful revenue for you. Depends what type of grind you're trying to get to. Because at the same time, we are here for a reason. Now, I mean, and the reason why we're here to get to that is to get to that revenue. Because your hobby, craft, revenue. The hobby gonna turn into a craft. That craft gonna turn into a revenue. So that's just saying, everybody who always doubted you, every good idea you brought to the table, they try to curve you away from it. They try to curve you away from it. More they try to curve you away from every good idea that you bring to the table. That means that's a hater. Don't want you to make it. There's people right now waking up every day. Don't want me to do this. Don't want me to do that. But I'm Mr. Punch That Clock 42. I made that title to a title, okay? I grind. I move forward. When you move forward and grind, that means God got your back. I got 2 angels behind me. I got my mom and dad behind me. Anything I do through Christ that strengthens me. So at the end of the day, the recipe of life is not all about cooking. You got to make that recipe for your lifetime. For real. So pretty much at the end of the day, when we rise above our doubts, right? Then you got people sitting in the background saying, yeah, he fell dead. He fell dead. He fell dead on his face. No, I got up. Every time somebody throws a stone at you, get yourself up, because God wants you to get up. Our life story is written for us. Now, I mean, yes, God gave me ability to be tall. I tried basketball. Basketball was fun for me because I stood out from the rest. People gave me opportunities. You know, when I say people gave me opportunities, I went to camps, top 200 in the country camps. That guy Sonny Vaccaro, who made that made a movie about. I met him. I shook his hand. You know, I mean, you know how good that feel to see a movie is based off a man that you met growing up. Some of the stuff at the age 16 as a normal kid, I seen the brighter side to life at the age 16 than what I'm going through now. Because that means I'm working back towards that goal. You got to put the practice in. You got to put the maintaining a good lifestyle, maintaining of how to move forward, maintaining how to be great in your lifetime. Because when we go, the only thing they're going to have of me is nothing but videos. Nothing but videos. Now, I mean, truth be told, they're going to have nothing but videos. You know, and anybody could look back and say, how to cook this, how did he cook this, how did he cook that? Look on the videos. It's all about leaving a legacy behind. My dad, you know, like my dad left a legacy behind of working hard. My grandfather, his dad, left a legacy of working hard. Now, I mean, and before you know it, that was embedded in me to work harder than the rest, because yes, I'm taller, I'm slower on my feet, but then again, I can still keep up and overlap anybody mentally and physically. That was back in the day. Older I get, you know, this big 7-foot body get weak. So at the end of the day, so at the end of the day, I just want to put it like this. You know, we're going to keep doing certain things in our lifetime to be great. Make it fun. Put that smile on your face. Put that smile on your face, you know. Don't be miserable. Don't be upset. Don't be bent out of shape, because more we been out of shape and miserable and upset, it takes too much time to be mad about spoiled milk. For prime example, you have 100 single dollar bills, right? Would you be mad if one of those bills get ripped? You shouldn't, because you got 90, excuse me, you have 99 single dollars left to cancel out that $1 that was ripped. To me, I would take that dollar up. Now, I mean, to be honest. So at the end of the day, it's your boy Cooking with Chef Frank 42 podcast station, the recipe of life, the recipe for life, of life, however you want to put it. You know, my lifetime, I want to be a legend in many forms. You know what I mean? I was not a legend on the basketball court, but then again, I got a voice. If anybody from the city that you live in could tell you how I used to speak, when I was growing up, I was suffering from a severe speech impediment. Severe. When I say severe speech impediment, every good conversation turned into a long conversation. Imagine somebody with a speech impediment try to have a simple conversation with you, and that simple conversation will turn into a whole hour to 2 hours, and then like they're gonna start contradicting your words. Then that's the thing that always made me upset. I'm like, one day, God gonna bless me with ability for my stuttering to leave my body, and before you know it, everybody gonna listen to you, keep the head high, make the neck hurt by looking at you because I'm super tall. I mean, but then again, that's leader base standpoint right there. Okay. And another thing, now we're gonna get to the next topic on this right now. So like what's good? I got my first person on YouTube. Let's go. Let me go ahead, comment back to him. I'm excited when my viewers comment through the StreamYard. Then I know what happened now. I fully know what happened now, because when I was plugging up my V card into the laptop, was canceling out the sound. So that's why when I went through Twitch, I was not hearing my words. That I was sending everybody to Instagram. So this is camera 1, camera 2, and camera 3 is on me at all times. It's always good to have 3 cameras on you or more, because at the same time, never know when the situation gonna fail or not. So, I mean, at the end of the day, let me get back, send this little message to him real quick. Okay, perfect. The message went through. Okay, good. Now the next topic. Think about this one. I got one for y'all. All of us grew up with a lot of friends in life, right? How many of those friends is your day ones to this day? I could count 5 people on my hand is my day ones. And always remember, if you could count 5 close friends turn into your brothers throughout life, you are on the right page. You are on the right page and you feeling good about life, you know? And you can learn something from all 5 of them. But your left hand is your lifeline. So if you could count them on your left hand, that means God told you to build that bond with them, you know? So where I'm getting at to now, it just like you could help them and they could help you. You know, one of my friends, for a prime example, we always talk about business. You know, how do we get an LLC? We was talking about that 3 years ago. My barber, he said, Frank, I will, Frank, I will encourage you to get to get Beard Nation 42 patent. I did this back in 2014. I got Beard Nation 42 patent, right? I didn't know what I was doing with it at first, and for you know, when beards started to become a big hit, that name got big. That name got big. When I say that name got big to a point, then one day I just checked on it in 2017. Right? I seen how much that name worth. I sold it. When you put that work in something before the future hit, and when it happened, when we moving towards the path of God that was written for us, we got to fully understand something here. We got to be great and be thankful of what we put into our process. What we put into our process, and our process going to turn into revenue one day. You know, so at the end of the day, when I bought that name, when he encouraged me to buy that name out, before you know it, I was looking at the situation. I'm like, I am most definitely ready for this type of future, because at the same as that time, you gotta listen to God. You gotta listen to God and visualize what He's saying. If you don't walk outside your house and look around to see how many people come up, yo, excuse me, sir, do you got 50 cent? Somebody double your age asking you, do you got 50 cent? You got to ask yourself this. Yes, it's fun to give back. It's fun to help out. But then again, before they ask you for that money, do they say good morning? Or do they rush and say, can you give me 50 cent? I give myself the proper time to go to work to quadruple my 50 cent. But giving, you shall receive. But then again, you got to give to those who actually putting the time in and work with you. Giving is not all about giving money. Giving is giving knowledge. When you give knowledge, your patience, your time, and your revenue will come back in mysterious ways. I felt it my whole life. I mean, I had to get this out, because my first video I did was kind of nerve wracking. I reviewed it. I'm like, it's not good. It's not good. Still send it, because the world we live in, some people won't understand it. Some people gonna hate on you, but when they hate on you, they are in your rearview mirror. Anything in your rearview mirror, you can never get back. I heard a pastor say that one time. You know, so now you got those 5. Now what you got, those 5 loyal friends, right? You got those 5 loyal friends. I mean, you got those 5 loyal friends, right? Those 5 loyal friends. Older you get, will become brothers. Now, depends how close you is with them. You know, really depends how close you is with them. You gonna know their family, the kids, the grandfather, everything. I mean, you gonna know all the ins and outs. When you start lapping the friends is still stuck in the previous years, Don't leave them alone. Stay next to them. Still try to help them. Don't give up on them. Will God give up on you? No. He won't give up on you because the faith is real. I mean, faith is good, you know. Faith is strong, you know. So at the end of the day, we're going to rise as kings. Men, we are kings. We need to start doing men things, because at the same time, we all need to understand something here. We all need to understand something here. You know, as men, we supposed to provide for our household. We supposed to protect. We supposed to fix shit. And we supposed to cook things, okay? You know, I know a lot of people out there. I know y'all could cook. I know y'all could cook. I mean, trust me. Everybody know how to barbecue. That's what men do in the summertime. We barbecue, right? I mean, but learning new ways to be strong as men, as we are men. We need to move forward as a unit, not as a single individual. When we move forward as a single when we move forward as a single individual, the only thing we are gaining is how to communicate. When we communicate, everybody listens. So at the same time, God is good at all times, right? Hold on, I gotta relight this. This is still my morning breakfast, okay? I don't really eat breakfast besides coffee, and I gotta get my THC in me. You know what I mean? That's it. That's it. Hold up. So now at the end of the day, we need to move as men. You know, yes, staying at home, doing this, staying at home. No, get up and build a legacy for your family. My father built a legacy for our family. You know, this is where I come in at right now. Yes, I do have an older brother. Yes, I do. I mean, I do have an older brother. Let me see how long we've been on for. Okay. Yes, I do have an older brother. But technically speaking, I'm the big brother from the older brother. I'm the one that will go get it. I'm the one that will grind for it. I'm the one that, all right, listen, if you need anything, let me know. I got you. Yes, I'm the little brother, but help out the big brother. You know what I mean? So at the same time, that's how life worked with me. With us, we need to figure out a scheduled plan of our recipe of life. We wake up is one. We need to execute, go to work. Go do your little work BS. You know what I mean? What you got to do at work depends if you're working for a corporation, or you're working for a company, or you're working for yourself. Now, and this is a game changer. Game changer. This is a game changer. Now, if you're working for yourself and working for two companies, these companies is not taking your energy away. By you working for yourself, you are gaining the energy back, because those are the people in your business, in the job where we walk into, our job places that we walk into, they're going to be watching your shit. These days, when people subscribe or hit that like button, some of us have things monetized, you know. So soon as you hit that button, think about it. If you got 80 people working on a Saturday and all 80 is liking your videos, and now this is the hard part. See, I will tell you this. This is the hard part behind it. We're going to go higher in our business. Hobby craft revenue, right? We're going to go higher. We're going to go higher in our business, right? From going hard into our business in person, be respectful, be strong, be knowledgeable, be communicating to others as they communicate to you. Now, let me run it back. Be communicated to others as they are being communicated to you. Let me hit that one on. So being communicated, have manners. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Understand what your visualizer is showing you. Now, you know, and when we I mean, be visualize of what we need to do in life, how we need to represent for our unit. Because when I started Punch the Clock 42, anybody could tell you I went hard for those 5 years on Instagram. I went hard for those 5 years on Instagram. Every day I had a bad day, I went straight to Instagram and like let it go. Then before you know it, somebody from high school I went to school with came up to me. Yo, Big Frank, hold on. Let me hit you with this. Yo. When I heard that, everywhere I go, anybody who say that, it made me feel good because I put 6 years of hard work into Instagram to understand for you to be in a better place about time you reflect of where you started from. I started in 2013, 2014-ish, right? I started, right? I mean, and it felt good to look back on things that we accomplished, the things that we achieve. When you achieve certain things in life, they got to respect you because you embedded in the head every time they see you. Yo, Big Frank, I see your video. Yo, that shit was dope, bro. That's what I get all the time. And a lot of people say, yo, Frank, know what? Frank, don't give up. Keep on doing what you gotta do. How you gotta do it. And what's the 4 keys of life again? Because I came up with the 4 keys of life: God, family, strength, power. God, family, strength, power. When you close your fist, that's your power, right? Not your power of physical fighting, power of thinking, power of I got all my 4 keys in my hand. So I'm going to take care of any situation of how I got to take care of it. Because at the end of the day, when we punch that clock 42, we got to go above and beyond. When I say above and beyond, when somebody going to knock you down, get your ass back up. When you got like a manager walk away, try to cuss at you, walk up behind them quietly, walk up behind them quietly. Excuse me, sir, what did you say? Situations like that, right? And have manners. Have manners. When you stick up for yourself, don't be cussing and stuff like that, because cussing is a sign. Yes, I do a lot of cussing. I'm working on my cussing abilities. I'm trying to clean it out. I'm trying to, instead of saying shit or say like stuff, or damn, just say mug, So now behind it, the way of life, the recipe of life, think about it. The recipe of life is what we make of it. So just try to make sure we go hard in our time of moving on this earth. Go hard in our time of building a family. We go hard in our time of keeping our head up when things get tough. Because a lot of people want to look for a leader in the room. You is that leader in that room. If you was quiet in high school, quiet now, this is a time to be a game changer. A game changer. Being a game changer is a way of life. Being a game changer, you could always predict all the blissfulness that you overcome a situation. Like, for prime example, I'm going to use me one more time. I'm going to use me one more time. I was speaking to my boss before I left work. Yes, I worked last night. Yes, I'm doing a whole podcast video and I worked last night. Right. Come on. Right. So now I was talking to my boss this morning. I'm like, thank you so much for the opportunity that you gave. Because when I came in here March 14th, I'm almost to my year. In life, in life, we got to go uphill. It gonna be tough to go uphill. It gonna be tough. I mean, jobs won't give you the proper hours. I learned that. If you live in a city where it gets slower in the wintertime, think about it. Find a career, find a job. If you find a career, you find a job, and that career going to get you through all 365, just like I just mastered this year. Because my whole life pretty much ever since 2010, I love working for hotels, okay? Houseman, security, I mean, it was cool. 9 years, when that basketball stopped for me, I had to figure out what I need to do. I could hang out in the streets. My parents ain't gonna let me do that. Fuck that. No, they will never let me do that. They say, you gotta get a job. Then it just happened, the job I got, it got slower in the wintertime. But that's when they turned the Fall Side into the Doubletree Hotel. I was one of the people who got that building out. I was one of the people that moved all that furniture in it. I was one of the people who had to secure that building when they ain't had the proper security, when they were trying to save money. So at the same exact time, being strong mentally, people could see that. You gotta be strong mentally. Then before you know it, I'm like, should I run the streets or should I work? Then that's when I was doing like the semi-pro basketball thing too. Yes, I played semi-pro in Buffalo. Okay, I thought I will tell you this. I thought I gonna make a little check, like a little 9-to-5 check out of it. I didn't get that. They took my money, but then again, did I learn something? Don't never trust a fast talking person. Don't never trust a person that gonna tell you something without the papers, without the pen, without the mental stability. Because at the end of the day, those are ones have been taking shortcuts trying to hustle off other people. Coffee break. And when you take shortcuts in life, right? When you take shortcuts in life, those life shortcuts will put you it will put you in a mindset that your whole life you'll be able to cut corners. This is the last little personal story I'm gonna tell y'all today, right? Thank y'all for watching The Recipe of Life by Cooking with Chef Frank 42. And plus, by me doing this podcast thing now, and I could give y'all an update to watch out for the next cooking video. It's not a cooking video, I did my cooking tutorials, but I got this last story for you, okay? I'm happy about this story. Like in 2006, in 2006, I got a basketball scholarship, right? To the University of Texas El Paso, UTEP. They made a movie off it called Glory Road. The history class, that was a book that we had to read. The campus still the same, just like the movie and stuff. But the city, right? But that was a time when I was in high school when I had that 12 o'clock curfew. Yeah, 12. I learned over life that 12 o'clock curfew thing in high school. We're gonna get you up out the city. We're gonna try to get you paid in life. I seen a lot. Trust me. I seen a lot. Okay. Speed up story a little bit for y'all. It just, when I was down there in 2006, that's when my speech impediment finally broke. My freshman year of college. Imagine being on a basketball court, right? Then I raised my hand for a question because I didn't understand what the play was talking about, right? And the coaches start stuttering and try to pick on you, right? What would you do at that time? Like at that time, my anger was bad. At that time, my anger was just in the maturing stage of like, I know how to deal with it, but I don't know how to deal with it. You know what I mean? But then again, at the same exact time, looking at the situation, we got to find ways through life to control our anger. My dad never told me he had anger issues, but he wanted me as a man, as a young man to a grown man, to learn how to control it, lock it in, you know. Now I was in practice, right? So the next thing you know, I think the coach was Tony Barbie at the time. That's when he had his hair. I mean, that's when he had his hairline, right? I mean, so I mean that's when he had his hairline, right? Now I was one of the people who had his shit back here, right? So now in the situation, I probably gonna get in trouble for that, but hey, keep it rolling. So now in the whole situation, right? Every time I ask him for a question, yeah, what now, Franklin? You slowing down my practice. What now, Franklin? You slowing down my practice, right? And it was so crazy to a point where it was so crazy to a point. He took the time, try to act like he get mad. He will basically take the clipboard and slam it on the ground. What now? Every time you ask him something, you don't understand something, but then again, since you don't understand something, the hell you doing? So before you know it, I took it upon myself. I'm like, if I know how to get out of practice, I know how to piss him off. Right? So, that's one of the stories, right? I went to class and everything. I was one of the students that, every Thursday night was college Thursdays. We go out to the club as a team. And like, this crazy though. Like, and this is a cool story right here too. It's like, let me check the time. Okay. This is a crazy story. I know I got more podcasts to go, more stories going to come out, but this is the last little funny story for the day. So before you know, every Thursday, college Thursdays, we went to this club down the street from the dorms and stuff. Every Thursday we will walk to the club as a whole basketball team. You got about, listen, the ones who want to wake up early in the morning, 5 o'clock, I respect them to this day because I'm seeing how their life is going. And the ones who went out with me, all 10 of us, all 8 of us, 9 of us, 12 of us, we all walked there, right? Then every college Thursday, right? We ain't walk back. Trust me on that. We ain't walk back, okay? We all had 12 to 13 cars parked the fucked up for somehow. So before you know it, it's just like one of those things. It's like my freshman year of college, that's when my stuttering finally broke, That coach made my stuttering like, hold up. I'm not going to go through the rest of my life. I'm not going to work on I'm trying to work on my speech. I'm trying to work on my communication skills. Then that's when, I was going to school. I transferred out of that school, right? Then the next school I went to was Mercyhurst College. I didn't know Mercyhurst College. I got a scholarship to go there too. They had a scholarship for me. It was 3 tri-semesters, okay? Not 2 semesters, not like this semester, and this semester, and this semester. They had 3. So then it was mandatory. Now, this is a funny one for y'all. It was mandatory. It was mandatory for all athletes to take ballet. It was mandatory for all the athletes to take ballet, right? And that was crazy, right? So now imagine me. No, we ain't had to dress up in no little tutu, nothing like that, right? That was for us to get our ankles strong, our back stronger, our knees strong, our hips strong. You got baseball players, softball players, hockey players, tennis players, track stars in there. And I mean, so and before you know it, I didn't last in that school too. Before you know, I didn't last too long in that school. You know what I mean? Because all the things that I wanted to do in college was not educational when I first started. I was going on these free rides and abusing the blessings. I was abusing the blessings that they was giving me. UTEP gave me a full ride. Mercyhurst gave me a full ride. I transferred from UTEP to Mercyhurst. Mercyhurst, I got kicked out. And then every time I call my dad, I'm like, "Yo, Dad, can you come get me?" He said, "What not?" I didn't call my dad too often at the time. When I was in school for basketball and stuff, college, then that's when my grades started slipping. Now then when I got kicked out of that school, right? I was there for about three months. I threw this one big ass party in the dorms. Like, listen, if you was over the age of 21, you could drink, right? Me being me, Niagara Falls, New York. Now, I mean, party central, right? Buffalo, West New York, party central, right? So the next thing you know, I threw this one party, right? No lie. I threw this one party. I think a dorm room could fit about 20 people. Man, people was in the hallway. I had a bottom floor. People was in the hallway, posted, chilling. Not me galloping, no. So now the next thing you know, now we had a little kitchen. Now this kitchen, just imagine this right here in this part, we had a little kitchen, I was doing with like 3 other players. I was doing with 3 other players and stuff. So now, and the crazy thing is, right? Then I had one kid from Los Angeles, right? I mean, was it Los Angeles, California, right? With my boy B and stuff, right? Now I got my other man, Ant. I'm not too sure where you from, but I gotta send this video to him. But I mean, it was close by here. I mean, like then before you know it, me being me. Okay, this is the truthful side of the story. Me being me here, I threw that one party, for them to stay in school. I took the blame and everything. Then I got kicked out that school, right? Of course, as man, we supposed to take blame of our mistakes as man. So now at the same that time, right? As men, we supposed to, take pride of our mistakes and move on, Then I came home. My dad said, "You got a job, Frank. I'm not too sure what you're going to do. You got to get a job." Then everybody, we had this one job in Niagara Falls called Teletech, right? Everybody in the city was working there, right? We was bringing home, I know I was bringing home $1,500 every 2 weeks, okay? Then I'm, oh man, what am I going to do with $1,500? I mean, I was paying rent to my parents and stuff. I mean, I was blowing that money. When I say I was blowing at least $750 each week just on clothes, because I know when I get older, it's gonna be hard for me to find jeans. Truth be told, I still got some of those jeans to this day. You got to prepare for the future when you start making those mistakes, right? So before you know it, now minus I got kicked out that school, right? Then once again, Erie, PA is right there. I would hop on the Greyhound. I would pack an overnight bag. I would go back. I'm in the cafeteria grabbing my food. Yo, Big Frankie back? Nah, I'm just visiting, man. I basically heard y'all having the gas. Yeah. Okay, we got boy Big Frame in the building. But before you know it, I was going back every other weekend, calling off from work that Friday. Now it's starting to affect your ability to focus. Then before you know it, everybody who was working there pretty much got laid off after 6 months. And that's when you start seeing things in Niagara Falls start folding. Now the way when that start folding, Niagara Falls, what it is now is like Niagara Falls trying to be a ghost town. You know what I mean? And that's the crazy thing about it, And now the only thing I can actually really tell you, the day I got laid off, a school called me, Mountain State University. That was in Beckley, West Virginia. Now, the conference that I was in was for older people with eligibility. Remember what I just said? Older people with eligibility. We was in the NAIA conference, right? So I remember when my teammate was 34 years old at the time when I was 22. Because I remember my 23rd party. Once again, a party. See, when a person partied throughout this whole college life, and you got to understand later on in life, you can always tell people about it. Save your money, secure that bag, grind for it, because you don't want to work harder later on in life, right? So before you know it, we had a lot of people there. Now, the catch was I was weighing 380 pounds, right? One of my coaches, Coach Art, he came to Niagara Falls. He never been to Niagara Falls. He was from Florida. I mean, he never been to Niagara Falls before. He worked me out, right? He worked me out in the private gym, right? At Niagara Falls High School. That ain't too private, right? So, right. So, one of my viewers said I play NAIA football, same the most stressful but rewinding years. Unfortunately, I had to stop last year due to grades and sports conflict. Me being me, what I will tell you, one of my viewers, don't give up, keep grinding hard because other doors gonna open up. If you ain't finished school, get back into school to finish where you left off at. Because at the same time, that's our opportunity to make a second go around. By being older, going back to school, you're gonna get shit done. You're gonna do a 2,000 word essay. Easy. Because you gotta do it. Older we get is like paying a bill. If you gotta do a 2,000 word essay, pretty much you gotta pay your bills every week, every month. It's a part of life. So at the same time, if you failed in school you was a great athlete and you in grades and you start slipping, you could always make a whole turnaround in that situation. And a lot of people won't be blessed. And the ones who close enough going to keep on trying to push you away. But they're doing that just to test you. When you finish, you walk across that stage with that associate degree and a whole bunch of other things that you never had before. That's a part of life, bro. But, and like at that school, right? When Coach Art came down from Beckley, West Virginia, came down and worked me out, I was weighing about 380. The following week, right? The following week, once again, packed up all of my shit. Listen, I'm the only 7-footer y'all may know. Every time I flew somewhere, my parents always had to give me extra money. Not for spending, extra money for my bags. Because having a size 18 shoe, I know y'all probably seen my shoe collection on TikTok. I posted it. It's it's a colorful selection. Anything with styles that would not. I mean, me being me, I'm a low key shoe collector, low key. You know, but I got an inside tip. I would tell you more about that in more podcasts later. But then again, at the same exact time, now the following week, no, I ain't take a plane. I was on a Greyhound. My parents sent me on a Greyhound because it's more cheaper. Because at the time, money wasn't money. And I remember what my dad was saying at that time was like, Frank, you get paid all this money at this call center shit. I mean, you basically had this money now, and you'd be here without me spending the money. So at the end of the day, life learned lesson. That's another one, right? So pretty much, right? So pretty much at the end of the day, when I went down there, I was 380. Okay, 380. When I say I was 380, my stomach, all of this, man, I was fat. I was fat and slow. When I was working at Teletech, I was sitting at that desk making good money, eating good, shopping good, and feeling good. That's something that we all that's something that we all want to do, feel good, right? So at the same time, I'm gonna look at the situation like we need to rise above our doubts and move on. Now, hold on, let me take a sip of coffee. So now this is crazy part, right? Now it's summer school. I went to summer school. One of my summer school classes. This when this was a school for older people, right? I mean, some of these classes ain't make no sense. That's when I choose culinary at UTEP. I try to do at Mercyhurst, but I got more enticed with culinary when I got unofficially put in, right? We are up to 1 hour video. I can't believe I did my first 1 hour video, my first 1 hour podcast. God is good. God is working good, right? So now to a point, somebody entered me in a chili competition in Beckley, West Virginia, right? They put me in chili competition. I was supposed to shadow the class in the summer, right? So then before you know it, the coach was on Bowling. I think Bowling, Doc, Doc and Coach Art, and another tall guy from overseas. I can't think. I remember when he picked me up from the bus station. He was like, "Damn, you got a lot of bags." I mean, he was like, "Damn, you got a lot of bags." No, those are shoes. Those are my clothes right there. Damn, you got a lot of shoes. How big your shoes? Size 18. So before you know, he took me to the basketball house. I'm like, basketball house? I thought we staying dorm. No, we got y'all basketball houses. There's 3 basketball houses. I'm like, oh shit. We stayed in basketball houses, okay? All right, Frank, you gonna stay in the main house. Sent you a newcomer around the corner. It's for all the ones who've been here for a minute, but finally graduate. So the next thing you know, then Coach Art will be here early in the morning, 5 o'clock, pick you up, take you to the track. I'm like, take me to the track. Oh yeah, okay, time to work out. Then he was like, yo, Big Frank, listen, I know you ain't gonna make it your first time. Just try. I want to see where you at with running, because we need you to run up down the court. You a big man. We got 1 month to shape you up. No lie. I was working out 3 times a day. 3 times a day to break down to 274 pounds. when my parents see me when I went back, I flew back. Okay, yes, okay. They flew me back home. Okay. Then I had to take the Greyhound back out there, right? So when I flew back, right, when I flew back home, I was skin and bones. I was skin and bones, little muscle. I was toned up and everything. I was comfortable with my shirt off. Then that's when I'm like, okay, let me get a stomach tattoo. Okay, let me get all this tattoo ink right here done and stuff. Then I did that, right? Then I got back. Okay, then I got with the team, The basketball house was in 2009. In 2009, if you stayed at the main basketball house, that was the house where everybody been at. You got the main house. We stayed right next to the governor mother. That's how big the house was. Now you got another house right there. Now imagine a bunch of basketball kids. Now you got a corner store right there. I mean, corner store, always some shit happening there. So the next thing, I remember some Sundays going out in the front yard is like, man, this is not like home. This is not like Niagara Falls. This ain't like Buffalo. That's when I get in the jitters. Like, I felt it. I felt that something bad was going to happen. One of my old antics from the past going to come up and mess up some shit here for me, But then again, I told myself, don't think like that. We're here at a new school. We're going to get it done. We're going to get it done. We're going to make a career out of this. So, I was going to culinary class and I was shadowing the class. The chef at that time, Chef Jeff, that was the name. No lie, he looked like Chef Boyardee. That's when the first time I seen a pig's head cut off. He said, Franklin, go back to grab those onions, those tomatoes, and the cooler and shit. He actually knew it was back there. He didn't tell me. As a chef, we supposed to, visual is the first thing. And oh shit, there's a pig's head cut off. He said, we're gonna make some soup out of that. Since you shadowing the class, I want you to add to the class. So I told the mission to add you to the class. Listen, you got 80 right now. So one of my classes for my summer classes was to lose a shit ton of weight in 1 month. I did that. Now when I came back to school that year, right? We did pretty good that year. Our team was decent. Our team was decent. We was like a bunch of old young people, but with years that I was really left, right? Then me and my boy Jamal, he was from Florida. We was somewhat redshirt. Some oddly way we had to get our grades up. That's why we was in summer school. Now he's a vegan chef. Chef Ma, you can look him up on Instagram. Chef Ma, he doing some incredible things with that vegan stuff, and that's why I'm like, man, I gotta get out there, gotta get down to Florida, I gotta catch one of his cooking tutorials. I want to learn how to cook vegan too one day, soon, because one day, you gotta act on it now instead of later, But now, then me and him, I think we had a scrimmage game, right? Now, so the scrimmage game, they put him in the game. He dunked on somebody so hard and shit. I'm like, oh shit. All right, Big Frank, you go in there. I got a simple layup, I'm like, I was still shedding that weight, But that 1 month, you know what it felt like working out 3 times a day, 5 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 5 p.m. Your body will go through so much. So much. They got me running the track at 5 o'clock. They was like, all right, listen, Frank, this is 2 weeks into running. You are still running in the same time that you did when you first got here. I'm like, damn. So I was like, you know what? I got to get Frank. We know what Franklin, we going to stick you with the softball girls. Okay. When they come out here at 6 o'clock, you going to run with them. If they beat you, if they beat you, it's an issue. There should be no issue now, right? Hell no, shit. I'm like, man, shit. I'm out there with my headband on and get my motherfucking shirt on. Just like, okay, we're gonna get this mob. We're gonna beat them. Okay, we want to look good doing it. Before you know it, first time, That's work. That worked for me. You know what I mean? Before you know that, I'm like, okay, let me get my body right. So the following week, yo, Frank, you dropped another 10 pounds. And they had me on a strict eating diet, okay? And the cafeteria wasn't open. So they gave us unlimited coupons to Golden Corral. Okay. Now when we went there as a team, the coaches was like, listen, if you see Frank grab one little gummy bear, right? That one little gummy bear, right? Smack that shit out of his hand and tell him he gonna run doubles. For one day I'm like, no, well, they ain't see me. I'm 7 feet. I'm gonna grab me a damn gummy bear. Fuck this shit. Know what I mean? So the next thing you know, I grabbed me a gummy bear. Somebody came up, knocked over my whole damn plate. I'm like, damn, like, can y'all just help us? No, Frank, we want to see you get better too. Okay. I'm like, all right. Before you know it, I went back home after that 1 month. I was 274 pounds, everybody. So ever since then, I believe I'm about like 300 right now on a good day. If I eat good, if I cook good, prep good, cook good, and eat good, I'm about 300 on a good day. But thank y'all for listening to The Recipe of Life by Cooking with Chef Frank 42. I do appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all on YouTube. Thank y'all for subscribing. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for commenting. It was a good time. I really hope I helped out Intense Reality. I hope I helped you out with your, with a few doubts and stuff. But I believe this. More y'all get to know me, then y'all get to understand my terminology of the 4 keys of life. God, family, strength, power by Cooking with Chef Frank 42. Thank you for watching the Recipe of Life podcast. Thank y'all. I'm going to upload this video. Going to see how I'm going to do this time since I got all 3 cameras looking at me. Like, listen. For me to go off one camera sometimes when I do my cooking videos and stuff, having 3 cameras, you are doing what God asked you to do just to get out there. Because I'm tall in Niagara Falls. I want to be tall in the whole United States, okay? I know that's physically impossible because do y'all want to know a proven fact? Okay. Let me go ahead. That's a question. Because one of my chefs, came up to me when I was working at the Culinary Center. At the culinary school. I'm a host. I'm a teacher assistant. I'm a host in a culinary restaurant. That's my other job. I do that, and I teach kids how to run a restaurant or teach them how to manage the audience that come in with the reservation, how much time they need to eat. It pretty much is all mental work. It's simple. Let me go ask this question. Let me get y'all a proven fact right now. Okay. Now, was how many in the United States right now? I am 7 feet tall. There's 2,500 individuals. I am one of 2,500 individuals out of billions of people in habitat of our planet. Only approximately 2,500 individuals are known to be 7 feet tall or taller. That made me feel really good right there, okay? That made me feel really good right there because at the same time, I am one of 2,500 individuals are 7 feet taller, 7 foot tall, out of billions of inhabitat on our planet. You know, so at the end of the day, the only thing I'm going to say, be happy how God bless you. Be happy with the things God bless you with in your lifetime. And be happy how many other people you can help in your lifetime. Be brave, be strong. Don't give up on your dreams. Because all those 1,000 people came in that restaurant, they say, you have a radio voice. And what I'm doing now. It's your boy Cooking with Chef Frank 42. Thank y'all for watching the recipe. Get back to the screen here. Okay. Thank y'all for watching the Recipe of Life by Cooking with Chef 42. Don't give up on your dreams. Just try and do the reading and take the long way to get to your dreams. Because that time gonna come. That time gonna come. That time gonna come when everything gonna pop and you're gonna be like, you put the work in for it. God is good. We out of here. It's your boy Cooking with Chef Frank 42. Thank y'all for watching the Recipe of Life. We out of here. And y'all have a good, to me, that's a good evening for me since I got off work at 7:30 this morning. And I'm gonna go ahead and eat me some food and wake up, cook me some chicken wings. Tonight, I want to do some smoky flavored chicken wings. And anybody got me on TikTok, that's where the video going first. Then that gonna get sent out everywhere else. And we out of here. Thank y'all for watching. We out of here.